Let's continue my Disney reviewing marathon with the 42nd animated feature film in the Disney Canon. What's good? It's a Boy Dude Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing Lilo and Stitch, a 2002 American animated science fiction adventure comedy drama flick produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation and released by the Walt Disney Pictures Company. It was written and directed by Dean DeBolis, who you all may know from the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy guy. He directed like most of them, I think, and wrote them as well. So yeah, and Chris Sanders also wrote and directed this alongside Dean DeBolis, and he also produced it. And he is also the voice of Stitch, and it features Davey Chase, Tyler Carey, David Ogden Stirs, Kevin McDonald, Vin Rames, Jason Scott Lee, and Kevin Michael Richardson. It is the second of 3 Disney animated features, the others being Mulan and Brother Bear, to be produced primarily at the Florida Animation Studios located at Disney Hollywood Studios, known as Disney's MGM Studios, during production in Walt Disney World near Orlando, Florida. It was released on June 21st, 2002 to positive reviews and was nominated for the 2002 Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, but it lost to the wonderful Spirited Away. And what's this film all about? Well, the story revolves around 2 eccentric and mischievous individuals. A young Hawaiian girl named Lilo, who is raised by her older sister Nani after their parents sadly died in a car accident, and a blue extraterrestrial animal-like creature named Experiment 626 that gets adopted by Lilo as her dog and given the name Stitch. Stitch, who was genetically engineered by his scientist created to cause chaos and destruction, initially uses Lilo to avoid being captured by an intergalactic federation. By the 2 individuals develop a close bond through the Hawaii concept of honor or extended family. This bond causes him to reconsider and identify his inattentive destructive purposes in order to keep his family together. But can he do that? Well, the success of this film led to a massive franchise involving 2 or 3 sequels, I think, of this film, a TV show, and a 3rd TV sequel, Lilo and Stitch, as a conclusion to the TV series. An anime series that succeeded the original TV series called Stitch ran in Japan from October 2008 to June 2011, with TV specials broadcasted in 2012 to 2015. I have got to check that out. Like, one of these days I'm going to watch that and review it, definitely. Yeah, like, this film really did spawn, and yeah, it really did like spawn a massive franchise. And what do I like about this film? Well, let's talk about the good. And the good of this film is definitely, for me, it's the story. I like the story, I like the characters, I like the setup, Nani is this like teenage or adult girl who just wants to, she's adopted her little sister. Like, obviously she's got a little sister, but she's trying to be like the mother and the sister at the same time. I mean, and it's putting a lot of strain and pressure on her, like she wants to, make sure that this girl is gonna grow up right and have a good childhood, and she does everything in her power to make sure that Lilo is just, happy and safe. And it's sad, like she's trying to find a job. She wants to, because if she can't find a job, Lilo will be put up for adoption. Even Cobra Bubbles, who, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the film, be warned, is a former CIA agent who, once involved in the Roswell UFO incident, is assigned as a social worker for Lilo, feels sorry for Nani, and he even's like, sympathizes with her in a way. And yeah, and it's just so much stress and pressure on. And Lilo is also a really great character. She's a very, I like Lilo because she's a very real, like, girl character. Like, sometimes in these Disney films, like, the girl characters, like the child characters, would be kind of exaggerated to the point where, do they really act like children, or are they just like, they look like children but are literally just adults are writing it, but in a way this girl feels like a girl. Not only was she voiced by a real little girl, like she is flipping like she is she is just a cool character, and I do like the whole like visual look of it. I mean, I like the roundness of this show, like if you look at the character designs, they all have these round shapes. All of it's round, and I like that look, it's very appealing, especially when you've come off films like Dinosaur and Emperor's New Groove and even Atlantis to some point, where the character designs weren't that interesting or visually appealing. It also did pretty damn well at the box office, earning 273 million, so that's not bad at all. It's a pretty nice looking animation. The voice acting also really does match the characters' designs and their personality as well. Like, I really do like that. Like Stitch, like I don't know, like the way even though he doesn't really talk throughout, like you look at this character and you hear the voice acting, you're like, yep, that sounds right. That absolutely does sound right. It's great and it's lovely. Yeah, I mean, the whole concept with aliens coming and like, it's weird because it's okay. Let's talk to my mixed aspect. And in terms of mixed aspects, it's definitely the whole alien like storylines kind of merging in with this like grounded, like serious, like thing that's happening on Earth. Like you've got like this like two sisters who don't know if they're gonna like not see each other because Nani can't find a job, and it's so much pressure to like these aliens, and it's really interesting, and it's really like, it's kind of jarring when you just have these extraterrestrial creatures, but I love the designs of the aliens. I think they all look groovy and cool, and they have this unique look to it, and yeah, I think it's just a fun film with a lot of great comedic timing and just a ball to watch, and I don't really have anything to like brag about in terms of like what I don't like, like I flipping do like this film, like I really do. Yeah, as I said, there's nothing I really hate about this film. Like the soundtrack is great, the voice acting is great, but there are one or two character voice acting that I'm not a fan of. Like it's mainly the aliens, like it's particularly Dr. Jumbo Jokiba. He's a mad scientist employed by Galaxy Defense Industries who created Stitch, and David Ogdenstern, who you know as that ruthless guy from Pocahontas, he did a great job voicing him, but I do not like this voicing for this character. I think it's a bit weird and just it's just not that appealing for me, but that's the only thing I hate about this film. It's a nitpick. Apart from that, Lilo and Stitch is a near perfect Disney flick with a lot of heart and emotion, a lot of comedic funny moments. I love the scenes when everyone keeps thinking that he's a dog, like calling him a weird looking dog and all that, and I flipping love this film. I really do. And a film that came out in the 2000s by Disney, this was the one and only flick that they managed to pull off, and for that I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 and an A-star. Go check it out right now, I highly recommend it. Those of you in the USA, you can watch it on Disney Plus. Those of you in the UK, watch it on Disney Live, I think it's called. But yeah, thanks for watching this review. Please like and share this video and comment down below and tell me what's your favorite Disney flick. With that said, thank you for watching, and as always, Boy Did Review signing out.